Now, in today's module, we're going to look at how to get out of debt. But before we go ahead and get started here today, let me introduce myself. My name is Christopher Brown from alphalifestyleacademy.com. Now, if you have any questions about anything that we're going to talk about in today's episode, if you're watching this video on our blog, you can reach out to our support staff by reaching out to us through this little chat box that you'll find here in the bottom right-hand corner of the page. So let's dive into this. Introduction. Let's talk about something that makes most people break out in a cold sweat. Debt. Yeah, that's right, the dreaded D word. We've all seen those Instagram models living the high life, flashing their Gucci and sipping on champagne like it's tap water. But if you try to keep up with their extravagant lifestyle without the bankroll the size of Fort Knox, you'll be diving headfirst into a financial dead pool. So you might be wondering, do you want to escape the clutches of debt? Maybe you're dreaming of snagging that dream home or that sweet ride that you've had your eyes on. Or perhaps you're just plain sick and tired of feeling like you're trapped in a straitjacket of debt-induced stress. Now let me tell you, there's a bunch of so-called experts out there who will tell you to pinch every penny and save your way out of debt. And that's where I have a bone to pick. Sure, it's one way to do it, but it's about as much fun as watching paint dry. I mean, seriously, who wants to follow that millionaire next door philosophy? It's about hoarding your hard-earned cash, never savoring the sweet nectar of a Starbucks latte, never dining out, and basically living like a monk in the name of early retirement. Sounds like a snooze fest. But here's the deal, folks. In this little chat, I'm going to spill the beans on how one of my buddies, a guy I met when he was just a sprightly 28-year-old, managed to wipe out a whopping $180,000 worth of credit card and student loan debt. Yep, you heard that right. He pulled off a financial superhero move that would make even me raise an eyebrow. So stick around, because we're about to dive headfirst into the world of debt busting with a twist of alpha lifestyle flair. It's going to be a wild ride, my friends. And trust me, it's going to be way more fun than counting pennies in a jar. Let's make debt disappear. It's like a bad guy in a red suit. Now, before we continue, I want to invite you to check out the money-saving secrets of the ultra-rich and how you can use the exact same secrets that the rich used to save hundreds, if not thousands, each and every month. It's not about how much money you make, but how much money you keep. By visiting ultrarich.alphalifestyleacademy.com, or if you're watching this video on our blog, you can just go ahead and check out the banner down below directly underneath this video. Now let's dive back into this. Step number 1, reduce your expenses. We're about to dive headfirst into the treacherous waters of getting out of debt. And guess what? It doesn't have to be all gloom and doom, contrary to what those penny-pinching experts might have you believe. Now you're probably thinking, getting out of debt? That sounds like a buzzkill, buddy. Well, hold that thought, because we're about to drop some knowledge bombs on you. So check it out. Before you start thinking it's all about living on a diet of ramen noodles and tap water, let me set the record straight. Frugal living isn't about depriving yourself of the good stuff. It's about slicing and dicing those expenses that make you cringe, but are unfortunately a necessary evil. Now let's talk about the big 3 monsters that gobble up your hard-earned cash. Taxes, the relentless interest from debt, and that sneaky financial loss that you're entitled to but might not know about. These villains are the ones that we're going to tackle head on. And trust me, we're going to do it with style. So keep your katana blades sharp and your chimichangas hot, because we're going to embark on a mission to conquer debt like a horde of evil mutants. Stick around, it's going to be a wild ride. Step number 3, organize your debts. All right, listen up, my fellow debt slayers. It's time to take a good hard look at that financial quagmire you're stuck in. Mortgages, car payments, credit card debts, the whole shebang. But don't sweat it. We've got a plan that's going to make this debt-busting journey feel like a walk in the park. And yes, we're bringing the alpha flavor to the table. Step number 1, grab your trusty workbook and action plans. Check out the link below for those goodies. Inside, you'll find a nifty worksheet and some handy tools that will make this process a breeze. No, seriously, it's like having a unicorn do your taxes. Magical. Step number 2. Start by cataloging all your debts. Write them down, make a list, or even get artsy with it. Just get those debts out of your head and onto the page. Step number 3. Now here's where the magic happens. Take a gander at those debt amounts. Now let's find the one that's ready to be vanquished first. How do you do that? By focusing on the debt that can be eliminated the fastest. And that usually means paying the minimum amount. It's like spotting the weakest link in a chain and breaking it. So there you have it, in true alpha style. Catalog, calculate, and conquer. It's time to kick debt in the chimichangas and take control of your financial destiny. And remember, we've got your back with those handy tools. So go ahead and unleash your financial superhero. Step number 3. Focus on the debts that you could pay off the fastest. Well, time to slice and dice those debts, my fellow financial daredevils. I've got an alpha-approved strategy that will have you grinning ear to ear as you conquer your financial woes. So listen up, because we're about to drop some wisdom from the How to Get Out of Bad Debt book, part of the legendary Rich Dad Poor Dad series. Step number 1, pay the minimum amount on all your debts, except for the one that's about to feel the heat from your financial fury. Yep, that's right. Pick the debt that you can obliterate in the fewest payments. Step number 2, now here's where the magic happens. You're gonna unleash your inner superhero and pay more than the minimum amount on that chosen debt. The How to Get Out of Bad Debt book suggests a cool $500. But if your wallet is feeling a bit shy, throw in as much as you can muster. This should be the one debt that's ready to tap out the quickest, like a villain who's had enough. Step number 3, forget what all the experts say about tackling your biggest debt first. This can be a real buzzkill when you realize how long it's going to take to defeat that monster. Instead, focus on the debt that you can knock out in the least number of payments. It's all about making those wins pile up like a mountain of chimichangas. Step number 4. When that debt falls, take a moment to celebrate. Picture yourself doing a victory dance with a mariachi band. That's the level of celebration we're talking about. Step number 5. Rinse and repeat, my friends. Move on to the next debt that you can smite in the fewest number of payments, and keep going until you're riding that debt-free rainbow. So there you have it, a debt-crushing strategy that's as fun as a chimichanga feast and as fun as ninja-like moves. Get ready to dance all over these debts and unleash your financial awesomeness. Step number 4, cool trick to get Uncle Sam to pay your bills. Hold on to your tacos, folks, because I got a story that's going to blow your mind. Picture this. I got a client, his name is Sam Chand, a real financial ninja, whose job is to sniff out money hidden in nooks and crannies of people's lives. Money they didn't know existed. Yeah, you heard me right. It's like a treasure hunt for cold, hard cash that's just waiting to be unleashed. For instance, one lucky guy didn't have a clue that he had 10 grand chilling in an account somewhere. Talk about a surprise party for your wallet. Am I right? Then there's this family, and brace yourself for this one, because this one's a real shocker. They had an inheritance worth, wait for it, a few $1 million just lying around collecting dust like a forgotten superhero comic. Now, I get it. These are some seriously outlandish examples. But here's the kicker. One of the biggest expenses that you've got is the money you didn't even know you lost. Imagine life chugging along, business as usual, and you're sipping on your morning coffee blissfully, unaware that there's a pile of moolah just itching to jump into your bank account. Now here's where things get interesting. I'm about to dig into the world of governmental stimulus programs and unearth an extra $500 per month for you. That's right, we're going to tap into some financial magic and turn your everyday expenses into a monthly cash bonanza. So stay tuned, because we're about to make your wallet do the happy dance like it's won the lottery. Who knew finding hidden money could be this exhilarating? It's time to make it rain. Free government money. I'll strap in, my fellow money-hungry warriors, because we're about to talk about something that's going to make you do a double take. Free government money. Yep, you heard me right. The government is dishing out billions of dollars to everyday individuals just like you and me. So check it out. There's this program that could be your ticket to an extra $300 to $500 each and every month just tackled onto your paycheck from your job. That's right, it's like a bonus you didn't even have to ask for. But wait, there's more. You can also score some sweet 20 to 45% cash back on your normal everyday expenses. It's like getting paid to shop. Who doesn't love that? Now here's where all the magic happens. You get to take an extra $300 to $500 home from your paycheck and the cash back you're raking in. And guess what? You get to put it to good use, paying off those pesky debts. It's like turning the government's generosity into your very own debt-busting superpower. So suit up, my friends, because we're about to grab this free government money and cash in with both hands and use it to kick debt's butt. Who said being a financial superhero couldn't be fun? Let's make that money work for us. Fix your credit. Now picture this. Having bad credit is like walking around with a bullseye on your back. It's going to cost you a pretty penny. 50% more to be precise than if you had the golden ticket of good credit. Let's break it down with this little scenario, shall we? You stroll into a dealership, all swagger and charm, ready to snag that sweet ride for a cool $15,000. But hold up, if your credit is in the gutter, that same car is going to set you back a whopping $30,000. Yep, you heard me right. It's like paying for two cars when you could have had just one. So here's the deal, my friends. Having good credit is like having a golden ticket to financial amusement park, where everything's a breeze. But bad credit, well, that's like standing in line for the most torturous ride. You're gonna pay a hefty price for it. But don't worry, we're not here to scare you straight. We're here to empower you to fix your credit score and save those hard-earned Benjamins. So saddle up, because we're about to transform your credit from zero to hero. It's time to take control and make sure you're not paying double for that dream car. Eliminate 50% of your debt. Hold on to your chimichangas, because we're about to dive into some serious money-saving secrets. You see, there are those pesky laws that the banks love to use against you, raking up higher fees and making you shell out more cash because they're counting on that you don't know any better. But guess what? You can turn the tables on those sneaky banks and give them a taste of their own medicine. That's right, it's like flipping the script and using the money-saving secrets of the ultra-rich to take a big bite out of your debt. How much, you ask? How about slashing up to 50% of your debt? Imagine that. Shedding half of your financial burden like a snake shedding its skin. Gear up, my fellow financial daredevils, because we're about to learn how to use these laws to our advantage and show these banks who's boss. It's time to unleash your inner savvy superhero and make the debt disappear like it owes you money. That's the way it does. It takes money to make money. Ah, my fellow adventurers, we've been on quite a ride learning how to escape the clutches of debt. But hold on to your chimichangas, because here's a nugget of wisdom that you can take to the bank. It takes money to make money. Now I can hear what you're saying. Wait, I barely have enough money as it is. And this sounds like a frustrating cycle with no light at the end of the tunnel. Don't worry, we've got your back. We've already shared with you some sneaky tricks to cut those expenses and even unearth some hidden freebies you didn't even know existed. Now let's talk about debt, my friend. There are two kinds of debt. First, there's bad debt. The kind of debt that's like an anchor dragging you down. Think like credit card debts, car payments. These are what we call as expenses. And most of you are probably stuck in a quagmire of this. But then there's good debt. Yeah, you heard me right. Good debt. This is the kind of debt that puts money back into your pockets. Let me tell you about one of my mentors. The guy had a hefty $90,000 in student loans and another $90,000 in credit card debt, a grand total of $180,000 in debt. But here's where things get interesting. He went even deeper into debt, investing $8,000 in an income opportunity. And guess what? In just 30 days, that investment turned out a cool $10,000. Now, why am I telling you this? Because that good debt, the kind that pays you, was used to slay the bad debt dragon. It's like a sword that slices through your financial enemies. You see, the rich aren't working themselves to the bone. They're putting their money to work for them. Instead of burning the midnight oil, they're investing their hard-earned cash into various opportunities, letting it do the heavy lifting. So there you have it, folks. A lesson straight from the financial playbook of the rich. It's time to let your money do the talking and make your fortune work for you by visiting businesscapital.alphalifestyleacademy.com. Let's unleash the power of good debt and make some serious financial waves. Now, if you'd like to dive deeper into the money-saving secrets of the ultra-rich and save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars each and every month, because the rich not only make more than the poor and middle class, but you can use these exact same secrets to save more money. Because it's not about how much money you make, but how much money you keep. So I want to invite you to visit ultrarich.alphalifestyleacademy.com for more details. Or if you're listening to this audio or watching this video on our blog, you can just click on the banner down at the very bottom of this page. One more thing, stay healthy, have a great day. I'm glad I could help you, and we'll see you in our next module. Bye-bye now.